Yeah, let's see what happens tonight. Well, that ain't good. Hey, what's up? Hey, everybody. Yeah, tonight. I was gone over the weekend, and we didn't get into late last night, so I figured I'd try something tonight and see what happens. Seriously. Okay, let's try this again. Will, you got your permit for what? Hope y'all can hear me okay. Hope I don't have too much of an internet issue. Hey, Ron, how you doing? Can y'all hear me okay? Let me know. But I thought that I would. So far, so good. Okay. Yeah, I was off. We went off for the. Yo, Jonathan, what's up? Hey, man. We can try if you want to come up tonight. Imprompt, just for a little while. I am having a little fluctuation with internet right now, so but not much. Just let me know. Send me a text or whatever. But ¿cómo está? So we are. We went off for the weekend. We got back late last night, and I kind of. You're in Nashville hotel, so I'll just hang out. Okay, buddy. Um, Hey, if you're in Nashville, if you'll go south to Louisiana, I found a piece of property down there. It's only 5 mil, about 1,600 acres, 1,500, about 1,600 acres, and it's about 15 minutes from the LSU um, football field. So, but like I said, we were gone over the weekend. We got home late last night, and I just didn't feel like doing anything. Oh, Billy sent you that too? Okay. I'd say let's put together our pennies, but I don't even know if I have enough pennies to lend out. We should go in a mill apiece. Yeah. If I went to the bank and said, "Hey, can I borrow $1 million?" They'd laugh me out of there. They'd laugh me out if I asked them to borrow 100. What are you talking about? I tell you what, I believe the lottery is up to one, like what, $1 billion. We need to win that. Then we can have it. So tonight's kind of impromptu. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. Just maybe hang out for a little while, see what everybody's doing. Um, you're scared to play the lottery? Are you afraid you'll win? What's up with that? Oh, hey, I went on. Then I get whacked by the government. Let's see here. Went. I was doing some searching around the other day and went on Gundog Supply, and I found those black and white bumpers. They had 12 of them for less than $40. So I went ahead and went that route with them. Well, damn, Keith. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, last night was just I didn't get home till late. I was just tired, man. I didn't feel like doing anything. Tonight, just hang out and see what's going on. I'm kind of, at least I know who my true subscribers are, man. I'm digging this. Y'all popped it right in real quick. Came right up and said, "Hey, he's live. Let's do it." So I appreciate it. Well, that's cool, Ron. We're going this weekend to check out one of our little swamps. And we're going this weekend to check it out. Maybe do a little work in there. It's got plenty of natural food in that place. We just gotta hopefully it's got enough water in there. That'll be the issue. We need water. Well, Ron, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. I tell you what, I patterned their ammo. I like it. Of course, I like the smaller shot, the sevens, the best. But the fives, I had some twos, fours, fives, and they all pattern. They had a really good pattern for at least out of my gun. Once I switched choke tubes. Well, Jonathan, how long are you going to be up in Nashville? You coming back in a couple days, or you up there to hunt, or what's going on up there with y'all? October 21st. I think it's in North Carolina on the 19th, and it's only for 3 days, so 19, 20, and 21. So it's going to be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Up in North Carolina, and that's where I'll start the opener at. Are you going to get the 12 gauge or another gauge? What are you going to be getting? I'm telling you, won't be disappointed. 12. Okay. And come on now. Man, I look rough tonight. My beard's going everywhere. It's everywhere. Woo. But this, I think, yeah, Thursday, be loading everything up and heading. I'm sure they will, man. Guaranteed I'll hit a duck. Well, I can't guarantee you'll hit a duck, but when you do, you ain't got to worry about it. It's down up to North Carolina. Check on the swamp with my good buddy Craig. Hopefully get up there and find some spots in there. Look around. I'm carrying up some lumber, so if we do find a place that we can, not so much as build a blind, but maybe put together, some uh, put together maybe a little table for the dogs to sit on, maybe a bench or something to lean on, or maybe a shelf in the trees. We'll do something. We'll figure out something. We are leaving next week, next Wednesday, the 18th. So remind him, will you? The 18th. I'm going up there this week to do some work, but we're going up there to hunt on the 18th. We're leaving the 18th. I'm gonna tell you something. When you switch to bismuth, of course, I tell everybody the same thing. I know you know this. Pattern your gun. You don't need a 3-inch shell. You don't need it. I don't know why anybody wants to get a 3-inch of bismuth or TSS, because you don't need it. Say, Charles. Yes, sir. It's happy Tuesday. Well, is little Matt watching, or is he asleep? He should be. He's probably still awake. So I don't know if I told y'all this last week or not, but I did get drawn for a swan permit. Um, I am gonna get a guide. I haven't quite 100%. Um, he just heard my voice and came running over. Awesome. Um, I don't know exactly which guide. I'm leaning toward two right now. Um, and but actually, I'm leaning on one right now because he's the only one that said that if I do come up, if I wanted to bring a cameraman to video the hunt, help me video the hunt, that would be more than fine with him, with no worries. So, um, I might be looking for a cameraman. Of course, you won't get paid anything. I might buy you a hamburger somewhere. We have to get a hotel room, and then hunt. It's Saturday hunting. They only do, this particular guy only does Saturday hunting. So I'll let you know when I make my decision here in a couple of days, who I go with, and so y'all can check him out if y'all ever in the North Carolina area and looking for a guide, whether it's swans, ducks, geese, whatever, what have you. Hey, I'd love to have you, buddy. Honestly, I would love to have you if you're interested. It's going to be around December 30th. Carry my camera equipment unless you got your own or want to use your own too. But we should see thousands of swans. I mean, thousands. So I am going to be looking for, somebody wants to go up there with me. And getting a layout behind us and film it for me. Help me film. It'd be greatly. And like I said, I can't pay you nothing, but I might swing a hotel room or something. But drive up there, get a hotel, hunt the next day, and turn around. Hopefully, kill one. I told him that I wanted a mature bird, that I did not want to settle for a juvenile. I wanted a mature. If for a lot of reasons. Number one, to be my first one. All right, buddy. I appreciate that. Hey, then we'll just call that. Give me a call when you get back from Nashville, and we'll set it up. Just give me a call when you get back, and we'll have it all set up. Period. I'll probably leave. It's about a 6-hour drive for me from where I live, so I'll probably drive up there. Leave Friday morning. Drive on up there, get a hotel room, maybe ride around a little bit, getting film, getting some video, that kind of stuff of the area. Hopefully, see a bunch of swans, and then we'll go. He did tell me that to bring waders because he doesn't know if we're going to have a field hunt or a water hunt. He's got access to both places, and mostly he does in fields, but to bring a pair of waders just in case the field's muddy or we're going to have to go to the water. It all depends. All right. Grab a couple boxes of hey, Anti, what's going on, man? Appreciate that. Appreciate what you're doing in here, buddy. As always, thank you so much. But I do have my permit, so I want my first swan. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but we'll figure something out. His 2 3/4. Okay. I'm gonna be shooting TSS, 16 gauge. I'm gonna shoot my 16 gauge TSS number 9s is what I'm gonna wrap up a swan with. I'm saving those shells for that swan hunt. That's what I plan on shooting. Man, I'm telling you right now, with that improved cylinder comp and choke tube, it's gonna be something nasty. It is definitely gonna be something nasty. Hey, I'm really hoping I can do that. Yeah, what we were talking about. I hope that works. I seriously am. That would be the that would be the ticket, bud. That would definitely, most definitely be a ticket right then. Is a TSS a better load than bismuth? TSS, yeah, yeah, I think it is. I think TSS is better than bismuth. It's harder. You're going to get cleaner kills. It's going to go slap through a duck. I mean, if you're shooting ducks at 35, 40 yards, it's going to go slap through them. If you saw the videos where I did the 12 gauge and the TSS and 12 gauge, throws absolute great patterns. Um, it's going to hit harder than bismuth. Unfortunately, TSS is more expensive than bismuth. But in Ron, when I was growing up, we shot lead, and bismuth is close to lead as you can get, and um, it acts a lot like lead when I shoot it. So that's why I shoot a lot of bismuth. We're wrapping up mountains with number nines on the opener, dropping them like this. Yeah, I saw those pictures, man. If y'all don't follow Salt Creek Custom on their Instagram, you really need to. He was putting, and Facebook, he was putting out some serious pictures of their hunt last week. They hit a mallard, and somebody said, "Man, two people must have hunted, shot that duck." And I'm thinking to myself, no, that's just how tight those patterns shoot. They shoot very tight. So if you're shooting TSS, I recommend shooting. I'm gonna be shooting an improved cylinder because that's the most open choke I have. But if I had a skeet tube, I'd probably be shooting a skeet tube. Seriously. Um, you don't want to shoot a modified. You don't want to shoot a full. With bismuth, you can pretty much shoot what you were shooting when you were shooting lead. I mean, we shot full chokes all the time, and that's when I started shooting my bismuth. And that was with the boss ammo, and it was throwing really great patterns. I'm not gonna lie, it was throwing really good patterns. When I patterned my new Sweet 16 with an improved cylinder with Keith, I noticed that I was getting better patterns with an improved cylinder on their bismuth. So it's all about the gun. So make sure you pattern those guns. Let's see here. Hey, Rallo's Quack Chat is in the house. How's it going, buddy? Glad to see you. Foul Play is here. Foul Play Outdoors is in the house. How's it going? Yeah, that duck you were talking about was my brother with number 7 triple curl. I have the video. Wow. That was awesome, dude. I like smaller shot too. So the sevens is perfect for me. I love shooting the sevens. Charles, not if you're shooting them not if you're shooting them within decoy range. I don't think so. I think Keith, I believe his bismuth loads are running. What did you say? 1,300. Keith, correct me. Is it 1,300 feet per second generally on your bismuth loads? Hey, Jeff. Hello, everyone. It's a Tuesday night. Yes, it is Tuesday. I know I was doing good. Might have COVID for the third time. Oh, Lord. I hope you feel better, man. It is. I didn't do one. We got in late last night. My wife and I took our grandbaby and we went up to North Carolina to visit some family. Came home, came to the house, got everything unpacked, and then we got some supper and whatnot. And then we took him to where he lives with his parents, about an hour from us. So by the time I got back home, I was just too tired to do anything. All I want to do was get in bed. Yeah, they run between 1,300 and 1,350 feet per second. And I think if you're shooting birds, even in open water, that if you're shooting them within 35, 40 yards, I don't think it's going to affect it any. I just don't. I've shot the number 7s on windy conditions, and I didn't see a difference. I just got out in front of it and just stayed there. So, hey, Tina, what's going on? If I miss you, I am sorry. Just come back in the chat and say, hey, you missed me, and I'll get back with you. I don't think it'll affect it. I mean, Charles, I was shooting 7.5 lead back in the day, and I mean, we were shooting ducks at 35, 40 yards with no issues. I do have some 5s and 2s and 4s, and I'd probably use those on maybe a heavier day, or if I'm shooting bigger ducks, especially like divers. I just want something a little bit heavier, but I'm gonna be shooting those. I got some 7s in there and some 5s, and that's what I'm gonna be shooting. Trenton Perry, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. I have not seen your name before, so welcome. Do me a favor, hit that little thumbs up button for me. I appreciate it. What duck calls are you using? Buddy, I use a variety of duck calls. I'm a collector, number one. So I have a lot of duck calls, but right now on my lanyard, as of right now, let's see, I have 2 Kirk McCulloch cut downs. I have a Big Lake Outdoors double reed. I call it a hybrid calls because it's got a plastic reed and a metal reed in it. As far as my mallard calls go, I do have this little call right here. It's not on my lanyard yet. This is made by Wes Looney from Ground SWAT Game Calls. Just single reed mallard call. I do have, of course, I have some Duck Commander stuff. The wood duck call, which I use a lot, being from South Carolina. I do have 6-1 whistle from Duck Commander. Their teal call, their gadwall call. So, but I have about 60 duck calls in total up on my shelf behind me, or on the side of me rather, and I use a lot of them. I am in talks with somebody right now. It hasn't been finalized, but I may be switching strictly to their calls. We'll see what happens. When that happens, I'll let you know. But as of right now, that's what I'm doing. All right. Let's see here. I gotta back up and see what's going on. I can't say what business is doing a high wind, but it's good. All right, there we go. I hope that answered your question from what Keith said. Jeff saying he goes, I use a Skull Creek calls out of Cedar Bluff, Nebraska. Old Ron is still using his PS Ult wooden call. I have a PS Ult wooden call up here that my dad bought me probably in 70 something. The reed is blown out, and the cork is, and I just got it up as a memento. I haven't blown it in a long time, but I do have a plastic PS Ult, and then I've got a cut down version of the PS Ult as well. There you go. What Keith is saying, I'm all about trade. Let's see here. I'm gonna put this up here. I'm all about trading calls for ammo, so any call makers hit me up. There you go. Rallo is saying, Jeff, Skull Creek calls are killer. I am rooting for him to win the world this year. But we'll see when it all boils down to. I mean, if like I said, I'm in talks with a call maker right now. Nothing's been finalized, but if it does, I could be running his calls this year. And the season opens up in 2 weeks, so I hope we can get this settled. If not, it's fine. He's still a friend of mine and will always be a friend of mine. So no worries there. But we'll see. But those are the calls I generally run. Occasionally, I'll switch out some different calls that I have up here that may be a little bit louder, especially if I'm in open water. And I may switch them out, but generally on my lanyard right now, 2 cut downs, a double reed, a single reed, and then what I call specialty calls, which is the wood duck, the teal, the 6-in-1, and the gaddy call. Bought other calls, but I can't tune them to save my life. I've always been able to tune a call. If it's a call that I like and the reed gets blown or the cork dries out and I need to replace it, I've always been able to. Usually, I just call the call maker and say, "Hey, I need some of your reeds and some cork. Can you send it?" Got another little call up here. Where did it go? I'll be doing a video on this one soon. I cannot pronounce the name of this call maker to save my life. So, Rilo, if you're still listening, if you can type in their name, I would appreciate it. I cannot pronounce it. But this is a little wood duck call. And it sounds really well. And I'll be doing a video here shortly on this. I was going to do some stuff today and ended up something else came up and wasn't able to. So I'm hoping maybe this weekend, if I got time, that I can kick back and do a couple videos while I'm in that swamp, so y'all can hear that call. Yeah, it's Kristen. Her first name is Kristen. But the name of the company is what I cannot say. To save my life. As far as I know, and Rilo would, yeah, Kristen Harding, aka Boo. But the name of her call company is, I cannot pronounce it. Contesta. Anyway, um, as far as I know, and Rilo can fact check me, but Cantina Creek waterfowl. It's either Contina or Cantina. I'm not sure which. Um, yeah, the young girl on TikTok. As far as I know, there's only 2 female duck call makers in the country. I could be wrong, but that's my understanding. Rilo would probably know more about that than I do. Um, she has a great sounding mallard call, and she does great work. It's beautiful work that she does. Um, nope, Laura Tutkin and Emily Butcher make call. All right, so she's number 3. There's 3 of them. So there's 3. So regardless, there's only 3 female duck call makers in the country that I know of now. So she makes some beautiful calls. All right, Bruce, take care, man. I hope you feel better, brother. And that's one of the reasons why I got one of her calls, and uh, because I mean it's such a male dominated field to have 3 women that are making duck calls is pretty significant. So I did get her wood duck call. I haven't got her mallard call. You're on a. I'm telling you, she's in a lot in demand because um, it took almost 5 weeks just to get that wood duck call. Serious. That's she's in demand. Oh, that's interesting, Rilo. I may be giving somebody a whole bunch of stuff to think about on his next upcoming podcast. Just saying. But if you want to see what Kristen does, see her work, she does live streams on TikTok all the time. I think she does live streams on Instagram as well. And you can look at her work. It's absolutely beautiful work. Absolutely beautiful. But she is on a waiting list. Like I said, it took almost 5 weeks for that little wood duck call, and it's got a metal insert. The little metal reed insert. You're already booked to the end of February. There's always March. All right, let's see here. Let's do some. All right, so we've got 2 people in here that hold podcasts, by the way. So if you're into duck hunting podcasts, of course, Rewind Waterfowl has a podcast called Rewind Waterfowl. Rilo's Quack Chat, which is my good buddy, Riley Henderson. He is also has a podcast, and he is also a call maker. So there are 2 podcast guys that I know about in here already. If you haven't already, please go over and take a listen. You can listen to it on any of your favorite podcast streaming areas that you go to. Foul Play Outdoors, another YouTuber. There we go. I'm starting to get somebody to do some collaborations. Awesome. Foul Play Outdoors has a YouTube channel, duck hunting. His mostly has been about his swamp where he's planting rice, and other things. Let's see who else we got in here. Then you've got Tina Ladybug's got a YouTube channel. Got a little bit of anything and everything, cooking, fishing, that kind of stuff. Salt Creek Custom Ammo. I mean, we've been talking about them all night. You can find them on Instagram. I'm trying to talk him into going to TikTok. Maybe one day he will. Great ammo company, great ammo makers. Him and his dad are awesome. And listen, just because a man answers the phone, it may be his dad, and his dad's name is Mike, and they both sound exactly alike. I can't tell them apart when I'm talking to them. Anybody else we got here? Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Holler at me and say, hey, dummy. Let's see here. Thanks a lot, Anti. I appreciate that. And yep, and of course, Cantina Creek Waterfowls. I mean, she's got a good call. I hope to get one of her mounted calls in the future, just so I can have it. Yeah, I thought I had a bunch of duck calls. Rewind's got over 200. Ooh, what else we got going on? Started Bougie. Let's say we'll talk about Bougie for a minute. Started Bougie with Forced to Pile. Last week we had a few days off because again we went up to North Carolina. So basically today I started her back to Forced to Pile. So I got my white bucket and I had ordered some the black and white training dummies from Gun Dog Supply. They came in over the weekend and broke them out today. So I went and set a white bucket out. Right now it's just about 15 yards and just dumped. I let her see me dump them, you know, so I'm wanting to push her forward. And as the days go by, of course, that'll get longer and longer and longer and longer for a straight back, at least out to 100, 150 yards. That is the goal. And we'll just keep working little by little. She's still casting. Well, we did a little bit of casting today. We did a forced pile straight, and then kind of, I'd say forced to pile casting with the baseball diamond. And she kind of got a little confused. And then so I had to help her out a little bit, but so you know, it's day by day. PA Trapping Outdoors, how's it going? Pheasant starts October 21. Awesome. I will be out hopefully on that day shooting ducks. Hopefully shooting. We'll see what happens. Hopefully this little cold front that we had that pushed through has brought some birds in. We'll see when we go down there and take a look. She is. We're it has been no setbacks. It's just new things. You gotta build their confidence up with new stuff. So that's all there is to it, and hopefully, um, hopefully I'll have her going at least 50 to 75 yards on a forced pile by the time duck season gets here, and because she picks things up so quick, so easy. It's remarkable how fast she'll pick something up. She's got casting left and right, almost to a science. Right now, the the over or the back, she's having little issues with that. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. But that's why we're going forced to pile. So she gets in that habit of going straight back. Find these bumpers, and she loves them. I mean, when she finds them, she loves them. She'll try to get 2 or 3 at one time. But she's doing good. I can't complain. I'm not going to. Like I said, she's doing very, very well. Again, headed out Thursday to do some pre-work on a little swamp that we got up in North Carolina. So I'll be doing that this coming weekend. Hopefully, when I get up there, I can get a handful of videos. I got a couple of videos that I've been thinking about, but I really want to do them in an outdoor setting instead of in the shed or in the office here. Hey, Craig, how's it going? We're just talking about you. So hopefully we can get that done when I get up there this week. Our duck season is slow so far. The guys on the rivers are getting there. Hope they don't follow the rivers all season. Yeah, I just hope ours kicks off like it did last year, and with a bang. I mean, I hope opening day is a barn storm burner downer. Oh, excuse me. What else? What else? What else? So, for those that, see, Jeff, your season's already started. Has anybody else started yet? The season, as they started? Our woody season is usually great. Okay. I'm ready to see a frost. Ain't that the truth, bub? There was a slight frost, Craig, when I was up there, I believe Saturday morning. Slight frost. But I was in the foothills. Do I use duck whistles? Yep. 6-1 from Duck Commander. Yeah, think a minute. Oh, yeah. I use them all the time. I'll use them all the time. Think you're gonna build a shack in that swamp? Okay, I'm here. I'm ready. I'll be bringing a pickup load full of stuff. So I'll be bringing a pickup load. You gonna put it on stilts, or you gonna put it on the ground? I'd put it on stilts. At least about 4 to 5 foot high. I'll be loading the truck up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll be loading it up tomorrow, Craig. Um, Probably bring some in the truck and then some in the trailer as well. Unless I strap the trailer down. But I'll be ready to roll. ZK, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. It's the first time I've seen this name. Again, welcome. If you haven't already, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Helps me out with the algorithm. How's it going? Can't wait to shoot some ducks this year. You're not the only one, brother. I am ready. I am not sure, Ron, how big. Actually, it's Craig's swamp. So he would know better. But it's not huge. It's got plenty of food and it's got so much smartweed in it. It's unbelievable. But we do need some rain. We do need some water in there, just to open it up a little bit. ZK, where are you from? What area of the world you from, brother? Right at 12 acres. There you go. I'm from Illinois, Midwest portion. Okay, gotcha. Backwoods, what's going on? He's gutting grouse and listening in. Awesome. Yeah, it's a good size swamp. It's a good size. But we definitely need some rain. Most definitely. I think the creeks are good enough to kind of get an idea of what's going on, but we definitely need some rain to cover up a little bit of stuff. Need to take Matt to Pearson Company for some sausage. It's pretty famous. Sounds like a winner to me. Got some nice bucks in there. Got a nice 10 point. Yeah. You were telling me that around the acorn trees, it looked like a herd of cattle went through there, and tore the ground all up, getting them acorns. Probably a lot of white oak. Or is white oak and pin oak the same thing? I always get them confused. But the smartweed, and I couldn't tell from the pictures if it was the white variety or the pink variety, but either way, you got what you want in a deer hunt. The white, okay. Either way, it's smartweed, and either way, it's duck food. The white is not the. I don't think the white is the most preferred. I think the pink is the most preferred. I think it makes more seed, the pink variety, which I believe is called Pennsylvania smartweed, and I can't remember what the white variety is actually called. But they all make good seed, and they're all good duck food. Other side has more water. Okay. Well, we're gonna find out. Unless you already have. Well, I'm gonna find out. Have I ever planted anything? No, I've never had to plant. I've been around people who have. I've hunted with people who have. I've hunted with people who have manipulated the soil to get smartweed and other grasses to grow, moist soil stuff. But I've never had the property to do it. And unless you can control the water level, it's really kind of hard to plant stuff unless you can control the water. Now, if you can control the water, if you have a way of controlling that water, then you can drain it off and get it cut and mow it and then till it, and then really get that good soil manipulation and get that stuff going up good. But I've just never had the opportunity or the place to do it. I would love to. I would love to have my own little, and you don't need much. I mean, doggone, you really don't need much property. You just need a way of being able to control it, and take water on, put water on it, take water off of it. A simple diking system, it's all you need. What's up, Booze? Yeller corn. I ain't gonna say I have. I ain't gonna say I haven't. All I'm saying is, yeah. If you've got a pond that's about 1 acre, is that enough? Yes, that's enough. It really is. The only thing is you got to be able to control the water. You got to be able to take the water out of that pond and be able to put water back on it at the right time and keep it on there. Ron saying they got a quarter acre. Yeah. That's all. You don't need much. There is a bunch of YouTube videos on how to do that as well. I mean, a bunch of them. So, well, a bilge pump is going to run you forever. I got you, Greg. We'll take a look at that too. A bilge pump, I mean, you'd have to be an awful big bilge pump to pump the water you need out of it. The other thing is gates, water control gates to drain the water off and keep it from building back up, to get it out of that out. So, let's say it's a pond, an actual pond, so it's got some depth to it. You don't need to plant the whole thing. You just need to plant around the edges. So you need to be able to control that water, get that water down so you can expose that soil, manipulate it, and put some stuff down, whether it be smartweed or whether it's millet of some sort. But a lot of people, they'll use a pump, say like a tractor, a tractor pump, water out of an area into their impoundment. And what Ron's saying is got 2 6-inch pipes through our dam, and we picked them up and add water. Yep, very simple. It's not that hard. I mean, there are simple ways. Foul Play Outdoors had some videos out on doing that kind of thing, so you might want to check his stuff out as well. He's got the private property to do it in. All right, what else? Hang on 1 second. Let's take a. We're duck hunters on a budget. I think all duck hunters are on some sort of budget. Oh, I'm serious. Yeah, it's a very expensive sport, that's for sure. Very expensive, but it's so satisfying. It depends on the budget. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, we were talking earlier, and there's a guy, or not a guy, but there's a listing for 1,600 acres in Louisiana, swamp, got deer, hogs, turkeys, ducks, got a duck impoundment on it. internal roads. I mean, the place is ready to go. 15 minutes from the New Orleans stadium, and they only want $5.5 million for it. And I'm like, so what's my budget? I mean, what would my monthly payment be on that thing? Only water in zero water in Alligator. Only place that's got water is a swamp we went to. Really? Oh man. Well, that's not good. We need some rain. Get a 480-year mortgage. Christopher, I don't even want to try your last name, dude, but welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming in. Forgive me for not being able to pronounce it. Marceau. Okay. Gotcha. Christopher Marceau. Okay. Gotcha. So, Christopher, where are you from? "15 days of hunting and kill no ducks is $8,000." Easily. Oh, you're right up the road, bro. You ain't too far from me. You ain't far at all. Well, welcome to this. Your first time here, man. I appreciate you coming in. Usually I have my live streams on Monday nights, but we were gone for the weekend, didn't get back in late last night, so I figured I'd just wait and do it today. And we're just here talking about ducks, man. Our season is fast approaching. Depending on where you're hunting, or what part of the country you're from, or where you're gonna be doing your opening day. First time on live, watch your channel for a while. We'll appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. But it's fast approaching. I'll be hitting North Carolina first in a couple of weeks, and then just keep hitting it. And if South Carolina has any ducks, then I'll maybe hunt here. I did tell everybody earlier today, for those of you just coming in, I did get a swan permit this year for North Carolina. So I can't wait to go on that hunt. That's going to be a good time regardless. It's going to be a great, be my first swan hunt. Hopefully I'll get a mature. I'm not going to shoot unless it is a mature. But hopefully it'll be. No, Easley's not by the coast. But I'm about 2 hours from the coast. I'm inland. But we're gonna head up there probably around December 30th is what I'm shooting for. I have to get a guide. Not that I have to get a guide, but I'm not set up to swan hunt. I've never done it before in my life. So I'm hoping to go up there and get my first swan. I have no idea where I'm gonna put it. But I'm definitely gonna go up there. Yeah, I want to get it mounted. I just don't know where I'm gonna put it, dude. I just don't know where I'm going to put it. I'd probably have to hang it from the ceiling. Oh. Let's see here. Eric is looking for someone to go with. He got a one permit too. Okay. When I come up there, I'll give him a holler. All right, so here's the question. I got at least one other guy from South Carolina in here, maybe two if Jonathan's still in here. So Christopher, question, because if you haven't noticed, I'm fat. I like to eat. And it's been a long time since I've been up there. But how is Mutt's Barbecue? Is it still a good place to eat barbecue at? Yeah, he's in upstate. I got some kin people live up that way as well. Yeah, it's good. I live about 10 minutes from there. Okay. Yeah, I got a cousin that lives up that way. Let's see. Is there bad barbecue? I don't think there's bad barbecue. I do believe there's some that are a whole lot better than others. Is that politically correct enough? I don't think the barbecue itself. I mean, the way I look at it, I cook. I use a dry rub on all my barbecue, and right before I take it off, I'll sauce it. And some get sauce and some doesn't. The barbecue in Dallas is amazing. That's Texas barbecue, which is mostly beef. Over here is in the east, especially in South Carolina, is pork. Is South Carolina coast worth the drive? There are days when it can be. For example, teal season, opening weekend of teal season. We went down there and I saw over 2,000 blue wing teal. The problem was they were flying back and forth to impoundments. The other problem was that South Carolina, in its infinite wisdom, we cannot shoot until legal sunrise on early season teal. So, what's up, Tyler? If you were looking for early season teal, yeah, it can be good at times, but we can't shoot until legal sunrise, and the birds have already quit flying, and they've gotten down into the impoundments. And pretty much anywhere you hunt down there, you're going to be hunting next to an impoundment, up next to private land, and that's the problem. There's where your problem lies. Is if there's no one hunting that property, the ducks they're not pressured. They're just going to get up. They're going to fly around a little bit, and they'll drop back down into the impoundment or go to another impoundment. It's when all the impoundments are shooting at the same time is when the public hunter gets the best opportunities. Now, that's in the public lands. Now, if you're talking about the WMAs, that's a whole different story right now, and a sore subject with me. I'm fixing to do some videos on that particular subject very, very soon. I'm waiting for somebody to come back from a vacation so I can get with them and sit down. Yeah, we're missing the best part of the day. That's right. So I'm waiting on, like I said, I'm waiting on somebody to come back from a vacation so I can sit down with them and discuss this issue and get some more information. But the wildlife management areas in our state is a sore subject with me right now. Our state's just not doing what they should be doing. And even if they were to start today, they're still a day late and $1 short. You hunt South Carolina WMA? I have. I have shot South Carolina WMAs, and I've hunted them. A lot of them are the Wednesdays, the Cat 2 areas. I have never done a draw hunt in South Carolina, ever. I've never done a draw hunt, which is the Cat 1, but I have hunted Cat 2 areas, well, my entire life. I mean, so hold on, I gotta get back up here. Salt Creek. I haven't been to a barbecue joint yet. Some outshine others. Had me brisket nachos the other day. Good Lordy, I was in heaven. Yeah. I'm calling barbecue woke. That's funny. Yeah, you're right, Tyler. It's like, it's like, it's the same thing hunting in Arkansas and the Biomeda. I mean, when the horn blows at 4 a.m., it's a madhouse in a boat race. People getting run over and whatnot. It's it's a madhouse, especially in the Cat 2 areas. Especially in a couple of walk-in places I know of. Green Tree Reservoir being one of them. Oh my God, I wouldn't. You couldn't pay me to go in there and hunt. It's too dangerous. That needs to be more regulated than what it already is, and we need to stop the amount of people that are going in. It needs to be I don't care if you even do a daily draw, a Saturday draw, or you go in and put your name in a hat and get it drawn out, and whoever wins, and they get to go, and the others, they've got to go somewhere else. But yeah, it's a madhouse. Duck hunting is not a dove field, and I feel like our state, that's what they treat it like. They treat it like a dove field and get as many people as they can in there, and let them have at it. And you're 100% right. Yep. It's yeah, because they're not managed properly. It's just that simple as well. They're not. people running their boats wide open through those places that do allow boats. I couldn't tell you how many. I mean, I've done it. I've had birds bust up in front of us while we were walking into places, or even driving boats. I didn't know it was a roost. I mean, I knew they were roosting close, but I didn't know they were roosting right where I wanted to hunt. I've had that happen before. Oh man. Well, they're in charge now. Like I said, it's a sore subject, man. What am I hydrating with? Sweet tea, of course. And you know I'm going to have a glass of sweet tea. Gotta make sure my fan was going on. Hang on a second. Let me turn this other fan on. My papa said sweet tea causes kidney stones, so I quit drinking it. It does, and I've had them, and I still drink it. I like peach tea. When I was overseas, I drank a bunch of it. Oh, you should have had some bourbon and forget about South Carolina. No. I got that too. As a matter of fact, my wife went stopped by Dollar General on her way home today and um, got her 3 6-packs of Dr. Peppers and got my 3 6-packs of Mountain Dew Zero. Biggest fear in life is a kidney stone. Hey, I've had them. I've had them twice. Um, um, I've had them twice, and both times I thought I was going to die. I absolutely thought I was going to die. It was the hurtest pain I've ever been through, and as soon as I finished passing those 2 stones, I poured myself a glass of sweet tea and laid down, went to sleep. The age fit. Oh, dude, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They knocked me out for that. I, I can't tell that story. That's a privacy. I can't tell that story. But yeah, I had mine, and they gave me some drugs, and they scoped me, and I was still under the influence. And my wife took me. She went to CVS Pharmacy to get some more medicine for me. I was in the car. She told me to stay in the car. And undoubtedly, in my stupid state, I got out of the car, walked inside, and was yelling at the top of my lungs that I had to go poop. My wife left me in the store, wouldn't come back for me. So, yeah. You stick with the Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew will give you. Mountain Dew will give you. Mountain Dew will give you kidney stones faster than sweet tea. Yeah, I was still under the influence when they woke me up, so it wasn't a good day. Ooh. Anecdotal evidence says otherwise. Hey, when I was overseas, I couldn't get any sweet tea, and I drank a lot of Mountain Dews, Diet Mountain Dews, and that's where I had my first kidney stone. So I could get Diet Mountain Dews, but I couldn't get sweet tea. Everything in excess will kill you somehow. Ain't that the truth? Oh man, I am so ready for the season to start. Where were you stationed overseas? I was in Iraq, I was in Lebanon, and I was in Afghanistan at one time or another. We drank this stuff called Your Own Sweat while I was down there. I don't know. I ain't never heard of that one. I've never heard of that one. Yo, Robert, what's up, Bo? Long time no see, man. So, what's with duck hunting in North Carolina? Yes. It's just more birds, depending on where you're at, and what county you're hunting in. A lot more birds. Um, I like everywhere I go in South Carolina, except for a handful of places. Um, it's just not enough food. Okay, there's not enough food, and in North Carolina, you cannot hunt on Sunday. You can't hunt migratory game birds on Sunday. I like that concept. It gives the ducks a day of rest, even on private land. It gives them a day of rest. So I just enjoy being up there. I got some really good friends up there. I enjoy spending time with them. Um, and it's different country, and it really is. I've hunted in some places that I would never have thought to see ducks, and I did, and shot ducks there. Um, I've been there and hunted and shot mallards, in October. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy. Um, and they've got everywhere you go. It seems like they got food everywhere. And they got rest, and they got, generally speaking, they got water. Um, so, thoughts on Palestine and Israel, man? End of the world or just a phase? Well, I don't think it's the end of the world yet. Some stupid stuff are happening. I think some stupid stuff is going to continue to happening. I think there's some. Dude, you have no idea how old. I mean, I'm quite sure you do. If anybody reads history and reads true history, yeah, these conflicts have been going on forever, and I just think it's that time. And to be honest, we have a weak president. We have a weak administration. And by the way, if my channel all of a sudden gets turned off, y'all know why. But I think we got a weak president, a weak administration, and there's some people out there who think they can do whatever they want to because of that. If we had a strong president, get a strong president again, strong administration, no sense policies, then we wouldn't be having these problems that we're having now. Yeah, of course. Trying to bring politics and nothing like. Let's see. Yeah, I really don't like talking politics on this channel. Not that I don't have my opinion, and probably share the opinions of a lot of people that are here. I just don't like doing it. But why not? Yeah, I mean, it is something we need to be thinking about right now. I know you couldn't help it because we talked about it the other day. I knew it was eventually going to pop. But anyway, I'm just waiting for duck season. I mean, come on, let's just get duck season started. Let's not end the world before duck season, okay? Let's not do that. Let's get duck season going. We need to get that going. But I do like hunting in North Carolina. Like I said, I got a lot of good friends there. Met a lot of good people. And I just enjoy. At least get the season over with. Hard to fight a war when I lost all my pews in a duck hunting incident. But anywho, standing in stand is for me. I got you. Okay. I hope I kind of answered your question, Christopher. But I think it's better hunting. To be honest, I think it's better hunting. Better public hunting. Yeah, I do. I just, and it's something different. I mean, when you hunt in South Carolina your entire life, um, and I mean, I've been other places. Don't get me wrong. I've hunted all over the country, but for the most part, South Carolina is where I grew up hunting, and you go 3 hours, 4 hours up the road, and it's better hunting. Yeah, it's just better. I got you, man. I got a French Infinity 3-inch this year. Can't wait to see how it shoots. You haven't shot it yet, dude. Come on, you gotta be patterning your shotgun, man, to know how it shoots your shells. I lived and hunted in South Dakota for 4 years. It's hard to hunt here. Yes, it is. I grew up here. I grew up in South Carolina, and at the time I was growing up, we didn't have to go anywhere else. South Carolina was the ticket. It was. This is where you wanted to go. We had great hunting all over the state, and it's just gone downhill. Um, and it's three things: is food, water, rest. And if you want to add the fourth in there, poor management by our DNR. Yeah, Robert. Well, between Robert and Craig, those two have really turned me on to North Carolina probably the most. I mean, I've hunted up in the Outer Banks before when I was a lot younger and many years ago. But those two have kind of gotten me to branch out a little bit into North Carolina, finding new places, meeting new people, and I can't. I'm not disappointed at all. Oh, you're gonna have your days. You're gonna have your days when you don't see nothing. You can have that anywhere, or don't shoot anything. But for the most part, I can tell you this: last year, I didn't shoot nothing but mallards last year, and I hunted every day, or not every day, but every time I hunted was in North Carolina, except for 3 days um, during the regular season, which I hunted in South Carolina, and we didn't pull the trigger. Y'all got 2 blinds in Currituck this year. Just saying. Hey, I'm ready. I got a year license now, buddy. I'm ready. I'm ready to rock. Got my swan permit too. Just saying. I'm just saying. I got my swan permit. I mean, you know how I know it. I mean, we have I say we, a group of guys that I hang out with on every Thanksgiving Day. It's on Thanksgiving Day. We all hunt together that one morning. And we didn't pull the trigger last year. And it's always been a great wood duck hole, always. And we didn't pull the trigger last year. It just, when you have things like that and then you go somewhere else and you see ducks, you see a lot of ducks, and you have the opportunity to shoot ducks, and you're just literally just up the road. I mean, why? I keep asking myself, well, why do I keep going back? Why do I keep going back? Will I hunt with those guys this Thanksgiving? Most certainly will. That's a tradition, is to hunt with these guys every Thanksgiving morning. Currituck is the place. We didn't have ducks in that hole until late January. Yeah, I know. But will I hunt with them if we hunt it this year? Will I go? Yeah, I'll go. I'll go in a heartbeat. If nothing else, just to hang out with my buddies. It's a 30-minute hunt, if that. It takes longer to walk in than it does to shoot. Generally, it takes longer to walk in and walk out than it does to actually shoot. We'll go in there. We'll do what we got to do, and then we get out of there, and then we all split up and go our little merry ways and go eat our Thanksgiving dinner and talk to each other throughout the year, but generally hunt one time a year. That's what we do. I mean, it is what it is. We need some water bad. Yeah, we need water in North Carolina bad right now. I'll tell you that. Birds are moving later in the year. It seems like. Well, there's a lot of issues about that. Short stopping is one of the problems. Depending on where you're at and which flyway you're at, there's a lot of short stopping. there are a lot more private. Now, I do not want to make this private against public, guys, because I'm going to tell you something. If it wasn't for private landowners in the state of South Carolina, we would not have any ducks whatsoever. But with that said, there's a lot of big tracts of land, and enough tracts of land throughout the Atlantic, Mississippi Central, even in the Pacific flyways, that will hold ducks that are privately owned. And as long as they've got the three things, food, water, rest, they will stay there. Just because it gets cold doesn't mean a duck is going to migrate. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's going to push ducks is ice. So when it ices up is when you're going to see those birds moving off those places. Right. We hunt so many other places that it's hard to get together all the time, but Thanksgiving is a constant. Yes, it is. We should have a half birthday bash. Well, I hope somebody's got some money. I'm assuming you're talking about my birthday bashes, Jeff. That's in March. And I can't do that, but once a year, man. I hurt for a week on that last one. Tell me about the geese crap all over my yard. 922 crappy barbecue. Yeah, when the river freezes, they usually leave. Right. But we now have things called ice eaters, and they will keep holes open. And as long as those holes are open, dude, they're not going anywhere. A mallard duck can take some nasty cold weather, buddy. I have shot blue-winged teal in January in South Carolina. How you been? Yeah, it has been a while, dude. I'm glad you do it. I'm glad you showed up tonight. Well, Jeff, when do you want to do this birthday bash? We'll say Will. Man, I got to do that on a weekend, dude. We're getting ready to start killing ducks. Late January of that on Blue Wing. First one I ever killed was last day 2010-2011 season. Yeah. We killed I'm trying to remember what year it was. It was about 4, maybe 5 years ago. We killed a 5-man limit of blue wing, green wing, and wood ducks on the lake. And we were at the you know where the Dorito hole is, don't you, Robert? That's where we were at. We were at the Dorito hole when we did that. You can't even get in there now. The GS is so thick. Yeah, all the geese we have are local. Oh, we'll get a few migrators in, but for the most part, they're all local birds. And they go from wherever they roost to the city ponds. You call yours a pie hole? Yeah, we tried to get in there and we couldn't. The GS is so thick, man. We just can't get in there anymore. But the last good hunt, that was the last good hunt I ever had in there. That was about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. It was before I started videoing. Is when it happened. I had a pile of ducks, so my goodness. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Really? Sounds like a trip. That's down that short dirt road that you can't turn around in. Is that the same one you're talking about? That's the same place, right? Fishing and scouting. Yeah, that's where you put it. Yeah, yeah. All right, just making sure we're at on the same page. I have not been back since that day. I thought about it, but then I was by myself and decided, nope, I'm not getting there and getting stuck. And then be sitting there all day waiting. Oh, yeah, dude. Those geese. But everybody thinks, oh, they're so cute, they're pets and they're fun. They'll tear your yard up. Yep. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I'm sitting there trying to read up on some of the comments here. That some hopefully I didn't miss. But guys, I've been here almost 2 hours. I think I'm going to call it an evening. I do got to wake up early tomorrow and go to work. Somebody's got to do it, right? Yeah, I'll help you get it in there. Do you need me to bring one? If you need me to bring one, let me know and I'll bring one. Just come, give me a call tomorrow. But listen, guys, I've been going on almost 2 hours, and I think I'm gonna call it a night. Listen, I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming and joining me on this Tuesday. It really means a lot that I came live. Generally, I do lives on Monday nights, and y'all came out in force tonight on a Tuesday. and I do appreciate it. Yeah, Robert, you got my number as well, buddy. You know, yeah, I got ducks on my brain as well. Give me a call tomorrow, Robert. Or I'll call you, one or the other, because I'm gonna be headed to North Carolina this weekend as well. But y'all have a great rest of the week. Hopefully, I'll see y'all next Monday if I get a chance. And if the signal is decent, I may do a live stream Saturday morning sometime, maybe while we're out in the swamp looking around. So I may do that if I got good signal. So be on the lookout for that just in case it happens. I'm not saying it will. But y'all go take a look at the videos, man. I need some help. I need some views. Big time. I hate asking, but the truth of the matter is I need some views. But anyway, guys, y'all have a great evening. Have a great rest of the week. Y'all take care, and we will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365. Good night, y'all.